Hey guys, welcome back to this series, and I'm Yemi from SwingTradeFX. And in this third episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how we had a comeback from our loss from the last episode. If you've not seen the part 1 and part 2, please, I want you guys to go back because you're able to connect more with this story, and it's going to be able to find full fruition as regards to the knowledge you seek in forex trading with raising capital or building your capital from just a little. Okay, so I want you to sit back and relax and enjoy and watch this and just digest it in, and let's go. So in this part, we made 4 trades with 3 wins and 1 loss. Okay, and we were able to make a comeback from our last episode loss, which was last week loss. This is week 3, by the way. Okay, and what we did was we took our time to master what we did wrong. We realized that we overtraded, and we said to ourselves, we're just going to keep up within the framework of what the numbers of trade we take in a week, which is 4 trades. Okay, so we took 3 trades which are winning trade, and we took 1 loss. And what does that translate in data? That means we're able to make 73.89% of our account, which translated into $851. So that took the account from our previous down draw, which was $1,152, now to $2,003. Okay, and this is so much nice for our psychology because it was able to reinstate our belief in our strategy, in our system. So I want you guys to sit back and relax and just go and watch this video right now. Thank you.
So I was literally looking at this trend line right here, rejecting the market. You know, the trend line is also a very strong confirmation. I don't usually use them, but you know, on days where it's required, I use them. And the moment the market start to break back into this level, I got in on my entry, and I had a trade that was set like this right here with my stop loss right above this level. And I was actually looking to trade it up down to this point, right? So when I got out this morning, the market was somewhere around this point right here. Then the moment the market start to close back into this counter trend line, I didn't want to get on a trade that does not have high confirmation, considering the fact that last week I had like a down drawn. So I wanted to take high probability trades alone. So I closed the trade, and as you can see, so you know, fair way to start the week, you know, not so bad. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to be taking the real trade. Now I feel this trade has given me the confirmation I needed. So I'm only looking for the market to give me some sort of like pullback for more sellers injection to the market. Upon this pullback, I'm just going to get in on this trade, and I'm looking forward to a very great, you know, return on this trade. This should be about 1:6. So I'm going to be updating on the next trade. So probably if this move as I want, this could probably be the only trade I'm going to take this week. You know, I'm way more risk averse right now. I just wanted to keep it a steady pace, and I'm shooting for only high probability trades. Okay, and that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple trades I'm going to be taking. Okay, so this is just the update, and the week is just starting. There are really nice moves. The market is really building up for the week, and let us see how we're going to play that out. So thank you. Welcome to the week 3, and this week has been interesting. This was my first big trade for the week, and I'm gonna, you know, the purpose of this is just to show you guys the reality of how it works. So expect absolute honesty from me and nothing but the honest thing. And that's why I'm documenting this, to show you guys in real time, just not to create fantasy, so that when you see the process, you know it's achievable and you know what to prepare your mind for. So
wait, I know you're enjoying this video, but let me take a minute of your time to introduce you to the SwingTradeFX Academy, which is live on www.swingtradefxacademy.com, where we've prepared branded and university grade courses for you that can literally take you from a beginner to an advanced trader, from unprofitable trader to a profitable trader. And don't just take our word for it. You can go on the website to see tremendous testimonials we've recorded from students who have become profitable and consistently profitable from our bootcamp series, for students who have gone to pass multiple prop firms, and specifically a student that turned $90,000 into $1 million within the space of 1 year. It's all on the website. And perhaps you're watching this video right now, you're thinking, I'm doing a big deal by taking $100 to $11,000. No, you can do it as well. And that is why you should click on the link in the description and you should get signed up. And for folks that are looking for a community of traders to join in, I'm proud to tell you that we've created a product which is the Swing Trade War Room, that I will be trading live, where I'm going to be showing you why I enter a trade, why I exited a trade, why I analyze the trade, where I analyze, where you're going to have a direct live and immersive experience with me, me being the trader in the role, and where everyone can learn with me, and most importantly, learn on why I take my trades and master my psychology. So you can also sign up in the community as well. And I want you guys to click on the link in the description to just check out all the great stuff that we have on the website. Thank you so much. Enjoy this video.
I had this very fantastic trade. I had this very fantastic trade earlier this week. I think I'm wrong. I think it's more of like this. Yes. So I wasn't able to record yesterday because I was busy, obviously. So I said first thing today morning, I'm gonna record it so that I can keep myself up to date with the update, right? So it doesn't get really crazy. So what really happened? What really happened on this trade? We are gonna look at it on the. Let's get to see it on the daily time frame first, so that you can understand what I did on this trade and what are the lessons to learn. So initially we had this this level right here. Hold up. So initially I've taken my analysis off, but I'm just replicating what I had there. So we had this previous area of support right here, turning resistance right here, as you can see. And that was the level that first rejected the market. And guess what? The market gave us some very, very good trade opportunities, right? And we're able to sell and all of that, right? So one thing I noticed was earlier this week, the market made a pullback to this level. So what did the market do? We had a very strong push in the early part of this week, and the market came to this resistance area, and you can see how it rejected it. And afterwards, the market started to, you can see it first touch on the trend line, second touch on the trend line. We see that this trend line has been holding. So I would anticipate this major trend of the market to, push the market down. But of course, I'm going to be waiting for some key confirmation. So I totally believed the market will make a deeper retracement. Do I think the market will still go up? Yes, but I was anticipating the market giving us a very big sell before that. So let's come to the 4 hours. So this became my area of focus, right? This level right here, this third touch of the trend line here became my area of key focus, right? And all I had to do was come to the lower time frame. As you know, I always execute on the lower time frame. And so when I came on the lower time frame, I was able to support my bias with the fact that the market has been making lower lows and lower highs and lows, and the market has made a new lower high. Let me take this out for a second, right? And why the market was pulling back to the trend line area, the market started to move on a specific structure. And what is the structure the market has been moving on? The market has been moving on, the low, the highs and lows, and we had the structure broken right here. And for me, that is one of my key confirmation, right? When the structure breaks back into the direction of the trend, because the current trend has been lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Look at the lower high. So I was waiting for some sort of like pullback, I do not really execute on just impulsive breaks. I always wait for pullback. So I was waiting for pullback right back into the trend line area to find my execution so that I could be able to sell down here. And I was so sure of this trade. That's the crazy thing. I was so sure of this trade. Why? Because the market has respected the trend line right back. And, it was just so good. And I executed my trade. I set an order right here, and the trade triggered, right? And in fact, the trade went to some profit, as you can see. Let me take this off. The market went on some profit while I was asleep, obviously. It went above, it was a profit. And by the time I woke up, I saw that this had happened. It took me out and the market fell back, right? And now my risk on this trade, because I was actually having a target of eating about $5,000 mentally this week, right? So that, okay, the third week when I close with 5,000, then week 4 we can be able to push it above 10,000, right? And what had happened was very simple. The markets took me out and I went. Remember, I was on a down run last week and I went down to about $483, right? Which you can see on my update right here, $483, right? And I'm going to show you that on the live chart as well so that you guys can see and understand what we have going on, right? I'm on a current trade right now, which is in profit, but I'm going to show you now as of the time of this. Can you see my current balance, right? So I went from the peak I was about maybe 1,800. I went back to 483. So that was like a major like drawn down, crazy, right? Now I'm on a current trade right now. I'm buying and I lost about 668 or 61 on that trade, right? Right now I took another trade and right now I'm back in profit. And I think if I close this trade right now, I'm overall higher than even what I started the week with, right? Which I'm going to be talking about on the next trade, just to show you the power of having a comeback, right? And the power of having a very strong psychology. So let's get back to my board, right? So at the highest, I had about 1,768. Now, so far since this challenge started, right, this is the lowest I've been on. So what week am I on right now? Look at it right here. I'm relegated back as of this moment to week number 9, which, to be honest, I'm still ahead in the grand scheme of things. But for me, for the standard setting for myself, it's really pretty more like a backwards, right? And of course, this next trade, when I close it, we're going to get back and bounce back and be able to do all we want to do, right? So what is the point of this, right? The point of this is very simple. One big lesson I learned is, regardless of how amazing the trade is, right, the market has its own variables, right? And I was able to capitalize on this buy going on right now, which I'm going to show you guys on the next trade. But here's the major and the most important thing. The most important thing is, do not focus on your target. Focus on doing the right thing. Let your goal be centered around the process, which is something I always preach, right? But it's so crazy when you're making a challenge, right? You might want to have a mentor sheet, and just that small mentor sheet that is unresolved, that is unchecked, right, can lead you to trading impulsively. You wouldn't even know that you're trading impulsively. You get what I mean? So I want to encourage us all, for watching this, do not be controlled by the numbers. Do not be controlled by the numbers. As tough as my psychology is, right, you can see that if you don't always stay conscious, right, you're going to fall into that deep shit, right? And the moment you fall into that, you won't realize until you make a loss, right? Because when I look back in hindsight, this wasn't a trade I was supposed to take. Why? Because the market was moving. This was just the market moving on a higher low structure. Let me bring it out. Let me take it to the 1 hour so that we can all see it. So this was just the market moving on higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, high, low, high. And the market made a new higher low right here. And all of this was just a continuation of push for the market to keep, going up to the target, whatever it is the market wants to do by reasons of analysis, right? So sometimes you can get clouded by wanting to make money, that your sentiment becomes driven by your quest to make money, right? So you have to be very, very, um, careful. You have to always make sure that your mind is focused on the process, because when your mind is focused on the money, you're not going to know that you're doing analysis that is inconsistent with the demands of your mind, the demands of your emotion, right? Because your emotion has been triggered, right? And that's a very big lesson. And to be honest, days like these really helps a trader to calibrate. And this is why you shouldn't just go all in, right? I went in with like 59% of my account actually. And, I'm making it back right now, but that doesn't justify the fact that I shouldn't do that. And this is pure accountability, right? So you should be growing the account systematically. Don't wait for one rush, right? In my mind, if the market hit, we should be trading around maybe $4,000, $5,000, right? But then that didn't happen. Now, what did it do? It took me step backs, right? Now, if not for skill, if not for consistency, it's hard to bounce back from that kind of a loss, right? So this is a very big lesson, and I hope you guys are learning. Thank you so much. This is my third trade for the week. And I just closed now in profit. I did I projected out the last video. I feel very okay with the profit, and that's just it for me. How did I get about this trade? Yes, after the previous trade where I took the loss, I saw that this was an area of a new higher low. And what did the market did? The market flew up from this level. Then it's kind of like retraced back to get more injection. And the moment I saw that the price was moving up, I couldn't catch this, so I waited if I could find even more injection in the market, which is on the third touch of, the market. And the moment the market found this move to the upside right here, I was able to get my entry right at this point, straight right at this point. The market gave me a little bit lost, but the moment the market closed above this level to break the structure right here, I was very much confident of this trade. And everything the market did right here didn't really bother me. So I targeted this level. But why did I close at this level? I think the market had gotten to like a point where there might be a little decision happening, right? So first of all, this is supposed to be like a take profit zone for me, right? But then when the market moved above there, I was very optimistic for the market to get right here. But then the market broke below. So for me, I'm good, because we could probably, if you look at how the market has been behaving, we could probably find like some sort of like pullback right here before we finally get to the upside. So I don't want to be in that trade, because I went in really heavy on this trade. And what is the outcome of our trade? Let's see what it looks like right now. So when you look at the loss and today's profit, we are up by 238, right? As you can see, we're up by 238. So I've hit my weekly target. I came from minus 60% of my account loss to plus 20%, profit. So I've hit my target for the week. If I stop trading this week, I'm good. As you can see, I superseded my target by $7, 0.67%, putting me on 1,390 right now, which is a very good one. We are still not yet to our all-time high so far, but we're getting back up, and I'm pretty sure we're going to break that easy. Then on the forecast table, what do we have right here? I was down to about week 9 before I'm back to week 15. This is just the third week, right? So far so good. We're still ahead of it. Let's see what we have for the rest of the week. And it's been an amazing ride. And this just proves that, look, at the end of the day, what really matters is the knowledge of your skill. What really matters is the knowledge of your understanding, right? Many people are gonna, after that big loss, many people are gonna give up and it's YOLO right now. But literally, we took 400 back to 1,390, right? That's like 187% back, right? Now, I'm not saying we didn't leverage, right? We leveraged, but the moment we got a good trade, we saw an opportunity to bounce back up and now keep it steady henceforth. And this is just one of those weeks that, it shows you the probability of trading, how amazing trading is when you have the knowledge. And I hope this, you guys are learning from this, not just the profit, but just the process. And that's why I'm documenting this so that we could all understand. See you on the next trade. Bye. I'm going to be recording my last trade for the week. I just closed out, even though the market hadn't hit TP. I just wanted to close my profit and find some sort of like re-entry next week and just be done with whatever it is that got going on. Right. So I closed this trade right on this point right here. So, and this trade was a very good trade for me. I saw an opportunity for a retracement sell. So I was able to sell the trade down at the peak. It was about $800, but since we literally have just 2 or 3 minutes to the market close, I was just like, okay, I'm going to close. So, how did I get this trade? I saw a room. I know that the market is going to the upside, right? Let me take it to the 1 hour. So what we have right here is the markets haven't been going, the way it's been moving, and the market has been moving on up, higher low, higher high, higher low. We have the higher highs and the higher lows and the higher highs. And earlier this week, we have the sell right here to this point, right? And we have the market start to move back up. Then, we have the market start to move back. So I was able to see a trade right here. So we expect that the market is coming to this point, then probably we're going to be looking for, going to find a sell. So I wanted to take advantage of the last move. So the moment the market break above this level right here, I saw a trend line right there. I saw this trend line can actually pull the price back at least to the next support, to the last support before it makes the price, before the market, give us the final push to the upside. So this was the pattern I saw in the market. So I went on the lower time frame, which is the 15 minutes time frame, and I went there to position myself. So the moment I see that the trend line touch 1, touch 2, and the third touch, I saw the first phase of rejection into the market. Now, as the market was giving me the rejection, I got into the trade and I put my stop loss right above this level. And the market gave me a very strong fall. This is a 1:5 trade. At the highest, it went on 1:3 point. So I decided to close because it was the weekend. So I'm probably going to find a means of, if the market gives me a very strong retracement, I'm able to find my continuation maybe in the early hours of next week. I probably might have a trade that looks more like this, and I'm gonna be finding at least 1:4.2 on this trade, right? However, that being said, I closed my trade. So, by the way, if you need this journaling, you have to be my student to access it on how I programmed it. Okay, this is just unique to me alone. So, what are we looking at? I've recorded it right here. So, at the end of this week, look at how our week went. We started with 1,152. We almost doubled this account this week. Remember that we had a loss. Our profit expectation this week was $230.41. We went on a loss of, if you notice here, minus $720, which took us to $400, $480 something dollars. And our last 2 trade has been summed to like 1,500 plus, and making us, make a gross profit of $851 this week. And that means we are up 73.89. We beat our target so much. We beat our target by $620, but in terms of percentage, 53.89%. So now we close the week on $2,300 in our account. So when you look at where we're sitting on right now, due to the down drawn, we sat down right here. Now we're back to week 17, right? So we're like, this week is done. 3rd week is done again. That means we're above our target. So since this challenge has started, every week back to back has been us, scaling up, and we're like, even like 14 weeks ahead. Let's see what the what we're able to do next week. However, let's go into our live account so that you can see that this is real, right? So this week you can see we're sitting currently on 2,002.87. I think we have like some swap fee that made it done. You can see this has been our account. Let me custom it to today. This has been what we've been on today. You can see right here, $613. I just literally closed it just now. So this has been good. Our what's it called? Our FX book is going to be updated right now. So we're good already for the week. And I'm going to be looking to, if I'm able to find the retracement sell of this trade, definitely it's going to be nice. So we're just going to see if we have much more, change the structure right here. When I find a change the structure downside, I'm going to take this trade, in the early part of this new week, the next week. And this has been a fantastic trade for us. And, it's been just amazing. So we're going to close the week on this. It's been such a week. The most important thing I want you to learn this week is the power of not giving up and the power of the skill, like literally. And the most superior thing I want you to learn this week is the power of having a great psychology, right? Now, this is that down drawn was driven by, of course, I was over risking, right? However, I wanted to be on, I'm going to be less, be risk averse when I get to $10,000. But right now, I'm still going to throw in a little bit of risk every now and then, so that by the time I'm risking, 5%, 10% going forward, it's going to be a very, very meaningful trade, that we're going to make, right? However, look at this week. We risked about 59% of our account. We lost it. Now, when we were back to $400, we had two options: either to just allow that to drive us to take stupid trades, and but we're able to position ourselves to take high probability trades, and that one gave us back what we lost. In fact, gave us back what we lost, and we hit our target, right? And just last night, we're able to find, just this morning, we're able to find a good trade. And look at it, it took us to now we're sitting down on over 50 something percent, right, of above our target, right? We've hit our target 20%. Now we have 53.89. Now look at it. The first week we had 1,613, second week minus 54. Now we're at 53. Now this is the beauty of trading, and this will be the highest we've closed out on every week, right? So week 3 has been the highest of every week we've closed out, right? And this is just what momentum looks like. This is what real trading looks like. It's going to be a fair share of back and forth, back and forth. It now depends on your psychology. How are you able to take in these losses and still maintain your focus on what you needed to do, and still be strong enough to take the right trades and not just take YOLO trades? So this is the biggest lesson. I hope someone is learning. So I'm going to tie to this week the big comeback. This was short comeback. All right. See you guys next week. Thank you.
So thank you guys so much for watching this. And in this episode, one thing I want you to learn is your ability to come back as a trader, right? It's a psychological exercise you need to be able to practice. And the only way to do that is not to focus on the money you've lost. It's not to focus on the dollar sign. That is only going to add to your pain. Unfortunately, this is what most traders do. All you need to do is to go back to your trader system, go back to your trading pattern and plan, and look at what you did differently that cost you that loss, and fix that. That is the biggest lesson you can take from this episode. And as you can see, we're able to take the account back, and we got into a all-time high, right? And if you find this really very useful, please like, share, and drop a comment of, has there been any time in your trading journey where you had a loss and you focus on even the numbers, you focus on the dollars, that it led you to more loss? Has there been any time you've not been able to come back after your loss that led to multiple chains of loss? Drop a comment below. And for folks who are looking to master this skill, it is not just the technical skill. You can see the display of our psychological skill in this video, right? We have a course that is going to cater for you. In the link in the description, you can click on it and you're going to find everything about us on it.